Hey, this is Chris Gore. You're listening to Dr. Gonzo Radio on Dr. Gonzo Piqua something.com. I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, we'll have Zach. I'll have Zach do the next bumper.
So, hey, Dr. Gonzo's here.
Put a dime in him, you gotta let the whole song play out.
He'd like human jukebox.
Oh, he's a talker, ain't he?
He's an old fat grandpa man.
Our parents were the greatest generation. Our dads went overseas to fight a war. As soon as they came back, they grabbed our moms and hit the sack, and there they stayed from 1946 to 64. Making babies.
Lots of babies.
The baby boomers.
76 million.
And we grew older, but we're not dead yet.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hi, this is Dr. Gonzo, a.k.a. the Gonz, a.k.a. Tim Worth. I'm here with Zoe Del Prete. I pronounced it right this time.
Del Prete.
Del Prete. I pronounced it wrong this time. And I used to say Bon Jovi. Del Prete. Here's Zoe Del Prete. Hey, we're not doing a movie review, but I love the arts. You guys know that. And I met Zoe through some band friends of mine, Fleetwood Mac, who we'll talk about just a little bit later. And Zoe is a great photographer. She has a great eye for a great picture. She actually has two great eyes. So I'm going to have Zoe tell us about how she got started. It's a really great story. And Zoe, take it away.
Okay, well, I've always loved taking photos. I would sneak cameras into venues and take pictures. And I was with my family having dinner, and I was going into the restaurant with them. And Billy Bob Thornton from Landman and also the Boxmasters was coming out. So my son went over there to get a selfie, and they took one. And he goes, "Is that your mother over there?" Because I always have my camera either on me or in my purse. And he's like, "Bring her over here." So he basically asked me to take photos of him and his band that night. So we did. We were in front row. And here's one of the pictures that I took of him that evening. And he also wanted me to take another show of his that was the very next day at a different venue. So I went there and I printed pictures and I gave it to him. And the manager of that venue saw the pictures and he was blown away. So basically, I got hired as their house photographer. And this opened up a lot of doors for me for other venues and just a lot of word of mouth. So that's pretty much how I got started. So Billy Bob just helped push me along.
And speaking of Billy Bob and his band, here is a short video take of one of the shows that Zoe was at.
Every thought, a star told me to take the
Okay, hey, that was great. There are a lot of artists that in their spare time when they're not doing movies or great series like Landman, and I love Sheridan, Taylor Sheridan's work. I do. Big
Yes,
fan of Yellowstone and all that stuff. Dennis Quaid also has a band,
he does.
and he goes out and does a lot of stuff as well. And Zoe, you've
Mhm.
taken photos of just a ton of celebrities, rock
Hundreds and
stars,
hundreds.
and every. Go ahead and uh, make us amaze us.
Well, I've taken different genres. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, Pat Benatar, Daughtry, Gladys Knight and ZZ Top, Lindsey Buckingham, Phil Collins, Jimmy Vaughn, Susanna Hoffs. I mean, Clint Black, just a lot of people. I've been very blessed to have met wonderful people in this industry.
And you have a special story about Susanna Hoffs. Now, Susanna, of course, was a love interest of Prince's. I love In My Room. Prince wrote Manic Monday
He
for,
did.
and Susanna Hoffs has a special place in your heart. Tell us why.
Well, my son was born 3 months early, and his speech therapist said, have him start listening to ballads so he could start singing because they told me he may not be able to talk. So one of the first songs that he just started singing from, start to finish was Eternal Flame. So during the pandemic, he goes to me one day, Mom, Susanna Hoffs and I have been talking on Instagram. I'm here. Oh, yeah, right. So he's like, no, really, it's her. So, I saw the verified on Instagram. He showed me some messages and it's like, okay, I think this could be real. So a few weeks later, she sent him the lyrics to Eternal Flame because
Oh,
he had
wow.
told her that this song gave him his voice. And it's also signed by her, of course, and Billy Steinberg, who wrote this song along with Tom Kelly. And Billy Steinberg is also a friend of my son's. And he's written for Heart and Weezer and Cyndi Lauper time after time, and just a lot of other musicians. I mean, he is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He's an amazing human being, too.
Great ballad work by Billy, of course. And you also have, shall we say, a string of pearls that was a special gift for you?
Yes. I love Prince, and a very dear friend of mine gifted me for my birthday a few years ago the pearls that Prince used in his video, Diamond and Pearls. And it is absolutely beautiful. I have a handwritten letter from the director's wife that they are real. I have photographs from the actual video, and they're just stunning, just stunning.
And you like to photograph tribute bands. One of my favorite tribute bands is Fleetwood Mac, because I've been friends with Toosie for over a decade. She plays Christy McVie.
And she
Fleetwood
looks
Mac
just like her.
Oh, she does. She's
She
beautiful.
sounds like her. I mean,
They're actually endorsed by Mick Fleetwood.
And in fact, I took a photograph of Claudette, who sings like identical to Stevie. And I have this in my studio, and a lot of people come in there and they say, oh my God, you got a picture of Stevie. And it's like, no, it's actually Claudette from Fleetwood Mac.
And they're great people. I actually saw a video of, I thought it was Chris, their guitar player, and he was playing the chain. It was on one of those YouTube shorts.
Right.
He looks up and it was Lindsey Buckingham.
Yes. And then also another tribute band that I love also is Ronstadt Revival. Shannon Ray does a very good job. Beautiful voice too.
And we will put up links. I'll put up links on my YouTube video to their schedule. So if they're in your area, I've met Linda Ronstadt a couple times back in the Stone Pony days, and this lady looks exactly like
Spot
Linda
on.
Ronstadt, spot on. And she sounds just like her as well.
Yes, she does.
So those are two great tribute bands, which is a great way. Ever since COVID, that the concert season has opened back up. We're not going to be able to see a lot of these bands except for the Rolling Stones, who will never die.
Exactly.
So you're not going to because Christy McVie has passed on. You know, there's people that are no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way is find a good tribute band and rock on, because music is important. Wouldn't you agree, Zoe? It's something that no matter, I don't talk politics because I don't like to, but it's music can bring everybody of every preference, political view or whatever. Music will bring us together.
It does. And I've met so many friends at concerts. Just as a photographer, I'll just start talking to people, and some of them are like my best friends right now. It's amazing who you can meet and who you're in contact with. And, you know, I'm just very blessed, very happy. And I do what I love. And I recommend, you know, everybody find something that you love, stick to it, and just have fun, because that's
okay.
what I'm
So
doing.
what would you suggest a new budding photographer? A lot of people take pictures with their phones, but what is a good starter camera if you want to explore the world of photography? I
would actually just get a point and shoot as a starter. See, you know, if you like what you're doing, and just master the point and shoot. There's a lot of good ones out there right now. There's also some expensive ones, $1,000, $1,500 for point and shoots. Just start out with a little point and shoot, and then you could graduate to detachable lenses, and because it's a lot of work. Photography.
Okay. Zoe, let me ask you a question too. Okay, so let's get into your head just a little bit. When you're lining up a shot, when you're thinking about a picture, whether it be a landscape, a concert venue, whatever, what's going through your mind at that time?
That I'm in focus, basically. Because if you're not in focus and you have a blurry picture, editing could be a bear. And not just that, you know, just stay in focus and make sure the lighting is right.
Right, because that shot of Claudette, the lighting was just the lighting enhanced it because it went through her hair. You know what I mean? So theme is important. Wouldn't you say that the way you're theming up a shot is very, very important?
Yes. And you know, in order to get the perfect shot, I've been cut, I've tripped, I've gotten slammed against the wall, but it's all worth it for that perfect shot.
And you have to take a multitude of shots because you never know when that one great shot is going to come through, because people on stage are moving, you know?
Exactly. I mean, I'm constantly, you know, shooting, because let's say you take 100 shots, there could be like 3 or 4 that are just spot on perfect. So, you know, just some of these shows that I shoot, I take sometimes 1,000 photos. Doesn't mean they're all good, but there are some shots guaranteed that are decent.
And listen to the Gonz on this. To use any of Zoe's material, anything that's out there on the internet, you need, and I'm going to insist that you get permission from Zoe or whoever the photographer is. Before you put up music on the internet, you need permission or you're going to get jabbed by YouTube. Mm-hmm. We are going to give the same respect to Zoe and all the photographers out there. Don't just take a picture and throw it up on your Facebook page. Don't do that, because that, number one, you didn't get permission and you're taking money out of somebody else's pocket. You know what I mean? Just like people don't get paid a lot of money for royalties and stuff like that. but you don't take food off another person's table. So with photographs, music, anything like that, make sure you get permission from the artist first.
Thank you for saying that.
Oh, absolutely. Because to me, that's the most important thing, you know, ever since Napster and things like that, where artists weren't get paid, because record royalties are not a lot. When I played with Gary Lewis, he'd still get checks at like $1,200 a month or so from ASCAP or BMI, I forget who he was with. But they depend on that money. Now, you brought up Phil Collins. Lee Sklar is just a great guy. I was in Bill Schnee's studio once in Studio City, and it's where Asia was recorded by Steely Dan, and they have a signing wall where all the artists sign it. Lee drew a picture of him and his beard on the wall. I remember Abe Laboriel Jr. I've played with Abe Laboriel Sr., but Abe's son plays drums for Paul McCartney. Abe's son signed it down near the end of Lee's beard, saying, "This beard is older than I am."
You know, we've met Leland a few times. We have mutual friends. And in fact, he's friends with Susanna too. And Leland's a great guy. He's played in over 2,000 albums.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen him several times. I've got some great photos of him. He wished my son a happy birthday one day. He's just another great human being, just really a great guy with a great beard.
I've never seen a picture of him without his beard. I'm sure there might be some younger pics out there, but on the thing of Lee Sklar, there's a good documentary out there, just letting you know, called
The Immediate Family,
which is good. It shows like Waddy Wachell in it.
Russ
Kunkel, great drummer.
Great drummer.
Yeah, and how they started out, because I was good friends, and my mentor was Hal Blaine from the Wrecking Crew.
Nice.
And Hal and I were very, very good friends. And the Intermediate Family, who was done, the documentary was done by Tommy Tedesco's son as well.
Right.
And kind of carries on where the Wrecking Crew leaves off. So music brings us together, as we said.
It does.
You know, doesn't matter what political view, your preferences in life, whatever. Music brings us together.
It does bring us together.
So go see a good tribute band. And Zoe, if somebody would like to hire you or get you for a gig, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way is on Instagram under delprete.photography. Send me a message and I will go ahead and get back to you within 24 hours. I also want to say that I scout models and I take model photos and I set up your portfolio and send it off to modeling agencies. So I do a little bit of that as well.
That's great, Zoe. Zoe, it was so great to have you on.
It was an honor. Thank you so much, Tim.
Hey, I'm glad we're friends now, and my best to your husband,
too.
Of course. And so we will roll the outro, and then Zoe, stay backstage. We're going to get we're going to get a free bumper out of you.
Okay.
Hail to the king, baby.
What the hell are you two doing? That's called rocking out. You wouldn't understand, Dad. You're not with it. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
And this is Dr. Gonzo for all you baby boomers. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you right around the corner.
Hi, my favourite DJ, Dr. Gonzo, is on the air right now. Dr. Gonzo is live Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The doctor knows what you need. The true classic hits of the 60s, 70s and 80s. So tune in to gonzoradiopicwa.com 24/7. Buy the ticket and take the ride, because that's just what the doctor ordered. Tune in worldwide on the internet of Spotify.